Good morning, children. Today we will do the last two stanzas of the poem Break, Break, Break by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Yesterday in the module, I have already told you all that the poet's best friend died at a very young age and the poet was missing his friend a lot. So, in the memory of his friend only, he has written this beautiful poem. These are the two stanzas, first two stanzas of the poem, which I had already explained you. Alright, so what I told you in that, let me repeat it once again. He said that he was in deep sorrow, so he was in isolation. Isolation means sitting alone on the bank of the river. He was in deep grief. He was missing his friend a lot, so he was in sadness. He saw children playing and sailor lads singing in his boat. They all were happy because they were not missing anyone. But on the other hand, the poet was sad because his friend was not with him now. Alright, children, now let's do the last two stanzas. First, I will recite the poem for you. You will listen to it carefully. So let's start. And the stately ships go on to the haven under the hill. But oh, for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still. Break, break, break at the foot of thy crags, O sea. But the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. Now, children, listen to the explanation carefully. Stately. Stately means grand. Heaven means home of the ships, a place to rest. So, in these two lines, the poet is saying that even the stately ships are going to their resting place and coming back, but life is not normal for me. Alright? The life is not normal for the poet. For others, everything they are doing is normal, but for the poet, everything is different. Why? Because he is missing his friend. But oh, for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still. Vanished means which is not visible. Here, the poet is missing the friendly touch of his friend because he is no more with him. He is saying that ships will also go and come back, but my friend who has gone will never come back. His friend's voice that is still with him means he can feel his voice, but friend is not with him. Alright? Now, break, break, break at the foot of thy crags, O sea. But the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. Again, here the poet is talking about the waves that are coming and hitting the stones. Crags means steep rocks near the sea. The poet is saying that my happy days which I spent with my friend is finished. Means it's dead. Alright, days, the happy days are not with him now because his friend is not with him. So without his friend, days are not happy for him. For the poet, as he has no charm to enjoy life without his friend, and those days will never come back. Alright, so children, with this poem we can understand the sorrowness of the poet, that how sad he was after the death of his friend.